Wow. Yo. You have no idea what the 2020s is gonna bring. Anything can happen in the 2020s. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Kobe growing up, but I admired his intensity, his work ethic to always strive to improve himself, and how much he influenced a generation of other players to follow the Mamba mentality, like players like Jason Tatum, Devin Booker. And then finding out he passed away, like, it literally felt like a dark cloud was over that entire day. Then the Chadwick Boseman death really hit me, because growing up I was always a big Black Panther fan. He was one of my favorites, not just black superhero, but one of my top 10 favorite superheroes growing up. And finally being able to see Black Panther on the big screen and seeing T'Challa's story, it brought the kid out of me again. And his death shook me, because he had so much to give for that character, and he was still very, very young. He died very, very young, and cancer is just, I got no worse than that. But this one hit me differently. See, growing up as a kid, I was very awkward and very short-tempered. Every time I come home from school, I would always rush home to hop on and watch Toonami and always catch the latest Dragon Ball Z episodes, and basically consuming every piece of Dragon Ball Z media there was. Growing up, Dragon Ball had a large impact on my life, and still does to this day. For one, it's the one show that got me fully into anime, and growing up, I had no idea what anime was as a kid. But honestly, that didn't bug me. To me, it was just a great show, and I enjoyed the stories of like Goku and Vegeta always pushing through their limits, never settling for less, never settling to just being at their constant state, always looking to improve themselves. And no matter how many times they took a loss, they always came back stronger for it. Because in their minds, no matter how many times they lose, as long as they can keep going, then there's nothing that can stop them. Growing up, Dragon Ball helped develop my love for martial arts. I know some have gotten their love for martial arts through the old Jackie Chan movies, or movies like Heroes of the East. I believe I said that right. Yep. Movies like Heroes of the East, The Drunken Master, Ip Man, the Bruce Lee movies, the list goes on. But Dragon Ball Z was the anime that started my love for martial arts and my martial arts journey. I started as when I first moved to Maryland, I got into Taekwondo at the age of 13, I believe. And I got all the way to a black belt, and I've practiced in wrestling, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and now I recently got into boxing. But I've been slowly trying to get back at it. But Dragon Ball also, it shaped my love of music and my love of traveling and food. One with music, you watch all those Dragon Ball Z movies with the soundtrack from the Broly movie and the movies like Cooler's Revenge. Those two are my favorite movie soundtracks from DBZ. And then always seeing the type of food that was always on Dragon Ball Z, it always made me like, yo, I wish I could try this one day. And then now, growing up, like I love to travel, and I love trying different foods from different cultures. My top 3 favorite cuisines are Asian, African, and Latino. And plus I'm from Louisiana, so I'm always around good food. And plus, who could forget all the DBZ games that came out throughout the years, from the 90s all the way up to now. Like, my first Dragon Ball Z game was Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and I played almost every single Dragon Ball Z video game there was. And to see all those games progress throughout the years, and them getting better and better, and adding more characters to the roster, to now having the DBZ games have all the graphics and gameplay we have now. But The main thing that I love from watching DBZ is like, it was always a story of just keep pushing yourselves, to never give up. DBZ has inspired a lot of people to go to the gym or to always want to improve themselves, to always strive for greatness, never accepting defeat. Growing up, my favorite character was Goku, but over the years, I slowly became more of a Vegeta fan. And Vegeta, like, growing up, it's funny looking back. As a kid, it's always funny, like, Vegeta always got his ass kicked. He always got his ass kicked by the main villain, but he always used those defeats and his desire to beat Goku to want to push himself, to want to be stronger, to be better. I mean, hell, I got a Vegeta poster right upstairs. Here we go right here. And if any of y'all wondering what this one's called, this is called Vegeta's Soul. What Akira Toriyama has done cannot be replicated. Many people consider the Dragon Ball Z the grandfather of anime. You go back, you see how many cartoons have been referenced, or how many cartoons have taken inspiration or referenced DBZ in any way. I mean, hell, you got sports players mimicking actions and references from DBZ. You got fans from all over the world dressing up as Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, or drawing their own characters. And just like the Star Wars franchise, Dragon Ball Z is right alongside it as a cultural phenomenon, which is kind of funny as Akira Toriyama is touted as a huge Star Wars fan and taking inspiration from Star Wars and implemented it into DBZ. The sad thing is he has stories he was still working on that he hadn't finished yet. This man was 68, and he just kept pushing and churning these stories because he loved Dragon Ball Z so much and sharing it with the entire world. But let me not ramble too much. I want to say, Akira, thank you so much for all the stories and all the memories you've given us throughout all these years. Rest in peace.